So the Pareto principle when running your brand is very simple, that you always got to remember everything in this world, everything that you do is 80-20. So basically the Pareto principle states that 20% of your effort is producing 80% of your outcome. So that big to-do list that you're doing every single day, only 20% of those things is really moving the needle. All the rest is just garbage jargon, right? But the reason why I think it's very important when it comes to Pareto principle, even with our clothing brands, it kind of brings everything down to this small, concise version of things that's really moving mountains, is really bubbling everything down to this small, concise bubble that's really moving mountains for your clothing brand. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, I go by the Prince Machiavelli. Our real name is Chris, and I run the legendary streetwear brand Lord Knows Clothes. So let's get right into it. When we look at the marketing, you always got to remember that 80% of your marketing efforts are going to fail. That's just the truth, right? And only 20% of what you do is really going to move the mountain forward. So a lot of people, when they jump into this game, they're throwing spaghetti on the wall, hoping that shit sticks. But the thing that sticks, they just need to do more of that, and then make it better, and then go back and make more. And then after they accomplish that goal that was reached, so whether if it was like a 6-figure brand or $10,000 in a month, right, on whatever marketing strategy worked, that's when they should integrate something new. But in the meantime, they should just be going crazy at throwing spaghetti at the wall with a sense of urgency, see what sticks for them and their brand, because every brand is different, right? Organic might work for me, it might go horrible for you. Paid ads might do great for you. Pinterest might work for you. YouTube might do great for you, but it might do horrible for me. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to just test and see where you get in, where you fit in at when it comes to running your clothing brand. But then once you found what works, don't do nothing new. Just make more of that, and then double down and make it better, and then go back to making more of that. And then once you reach the goal, that's when we bring in something new. But that's the 20% efforts, because you're just throwing stuff at the wall. 80% of what you're doing is not going to work when it comes to marketing. So then that's when you found out that 20% that's working, and then that's your lane, and that's all you're known for doing, and you're the best at doing that. So once we got the marketing down, now it goes down to the sales, right? Now you always got to remember, if I had 100 customers right now, 20% of them, which is only 20 people, are not just only going to buy upsells. Not only that, but those are also the people that's going to buy more from me, even on the long-term stint. So for an example, let's just say I did a drop, I had 100 orders, 20 people out of those orders are planning on buying more things from me if they haven't bought more than me, even in that time of the drop, buying like multiple tees or whatever it may be. So even when it comes down to the sales, it's like we need to get real concise on those customers, see what their wants and needs are. And I'm not saying like put everybody to the back burner, but the people that's actually bringing profit to the company, because the top 20% of the people out of the 80 are the ones that's really bringing the profit to the brand, right? So we need to hone down and get real focused on that small niche of people that continuously keep buying from us, and see what they need and what their wants are and stuff like that. And that's where we can get people on the back end with our email and SMS, and we're sending out those quality VIP members almost. What do they want more of? Because those are the people that's actually keeping the lights on. It's not the people that's only buying one time. It's the people that continuously keep buying over and over. That's why on Shopify, you want that return customer rate to be 20-30%. So now you're not wasting a lot of advertisement dollars on bringing in new people every single month, and they just buying one time and then forgetting about you and then running off to another brand. Now, since we got the 80-20 of our marketing and our sales efforts, now let's break down the 80-20 when it comes down to the production. I look at the production almost like I'm going up to swing at bat, right? And not every product is going to hit a home run. Some might go to first base, some might go to center field, and a lot of them I'm going to strike out on, and they're just simply not going to hit, and the market isn't going to want them, right? So even on the biggest brands, when you look at Supreme and the FTPs and the Palace, not every single one of their items are hitting. I promise you. Even if it looks perceived that it might be selling out, it's not selling out. I can almost guarantee you. But then let's just say if I had a 100-piece collection, 20 out of that 100 items are guaranteed hitting, right? So why would I go make more new items when I can just produce more of the 20 items that's selling effortlessly, and I don't really got to put in much input, but it's bringing me maximum output. So even if you just starting out, and if you just starting off with one t-shirt or two t-shirts, don't come into this expecting that you're just going to hit a home run right away. Just always look at your batting average. I know some people that's been in this game, you know, it took them 100, you know what I'm saying, swings to finally hit a home run, and that one home run then changed the whole trajectory of their whole entire life, right? And I done seen people come into this game, like one of my mentees, and her first swing, you know what I'm saying, she hit the center field, and it could have been a home run if she would have had the credit and everything else in order, but you get what I'm saying. Not every product is going to be that home run swing. So rather than being emotional to the product, that's when we just need to pivot and then keep correcting it. Pivot and then correct. And then once we found something that hit, that's when we produce more of it. And then we making it better. And then we keep producing more of it. And then we keep making it better. And then once we reach that goal, now we can go produce new items. And last but not least, now this brings me down to the design side of your brand. And it's almost like the production side, right? If you got 100 different designs, let's just say for an example, 20 of them out of the 100 are going to do better than the 80, right? So 20 of the designs out of the 80 that's remaining are going to do better than the remaining 80, if that makes sense, right? So we need to really just hone down on like those 20 and then just keep rinse and repeating those. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And we're going to keep doing that until we reach our overall goal. And this is how we cut out the fat and we look at what's working. And now we have officially put ourselves in a position of least input, but now we're seeing maximum output. And majority of your efforts are obviously starting at the top, because from the most important down to the least important, it goes marketing, sales, production, and design. So once we done have every single part of that figured out, now we're going to reach to our goal a whole lot quicker using the Pareto principle, the 80-20 law when it comes to our clothing brand. If you guys don't know who I am, I go by the Prince Machiavelli. If you guys need help with your clothing brand, there's a free course below. I also have a free workshop on how I went from 0 to 100,000, and I got a free Discord group for y'all. So I have an abundance of information down below to help y'all out with your brand. I hope this gave you a perspective on how you seeing your brand now and things that can benefit you in the long run. A lot of people ask me all the time, Chris, why do you do this type of stuff? And I just want to help out a lot of brand owners. I know what it's like starting from the trunk of the car. I know what it's like getting in my first office. I know what it's like going to a multi-six-figure brand, and that in-between gap. There's a lot of knowledge there that I think that can benefit you and a lot of other people out there. So subscribe to this channel. You're about to see more from me. And Machiavelli is out. Peace.